Doing a quick assembly video for the Zinus smart box spring. You open the box, comes in several pieces, and what looks like, I'm sure, is a very simple to follow instruction manual. Can't be too hard because it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've moved the project upstairs to the bed where it's going to be installed. Basically comes in 3 segments. Probably the 1, the 2, and the 3. Instructions, and then this is how the tools and parts come out. So it'll be interesting to see if I need any extra tools or if this little ratchet and those tools are all I need. The instructions seem very straightforward. No reading required. All right, so as you start to lay the frame pieces out, you'll see that what look like the foot and head, each attachment point has a number, and cross pieces have a number. Which in theory are going to line up with the very simple instructions. So I'm going to start off with step 1 and find the ones, line them up with the L screws, which are pretty simply labeled right there, and we'll start assembling it over on the bed where I'm going to have it end up. All right, first lesson learned is these things where they have the A and the B, which tell you what crossbeam you're looking for. The crossbeams are not labeled A or B or E or any of the other alpha characters that they're supposed to be. So line all these up so that you have all the like pieces together, which with these brackets tell me these are going to support the crossbeams that are going to go on the top. So these are obviously the side pieces here that are going to be the side of the mattress, not on the head, obviously not in the middle. So that leaves these 2 pieces that are not like the others. And then this one long piece right here, which is the same length as the head and the foot. So this must be the cross piece that is going to go the entire length of the middle section. And then these 2 pieces will be the A and the unlabeled, which I believe is the other A, which will go to the head pieces. So first step is to bring the A piece into the cross member, and then the other side into the opposite side of the cross member. And so we will form the cross with this single piece and these 2 pieces, 2 bolts aligned with the nuts that will ultimately form the cross that goes in the middle. So laying them out on the bed like this, the single piece going crossways, an pinion right there, and then the 2 pieces lining up like that, so that I will feed the bolt through here, and if it fits, we'll go through there, and then I'll bring it through on the other side and feed it into the nut. All right, so when you're done, it looks like that. Using these tools is kind of a pain, and I think they included a ratchet, which, yeah, my helper is working on right now to unbox. Thank you. The next step, 3 and 4, appears to be the side pieces up here, moving along the side of the box spring, which if you lay these out, these are the pieces that have the braces on top. Sure enough, you got 3, 5s, 6s, and 4s. So that's the next phase. So now I'm bringing the side pieces and lining up the numbers, 3 and 3, 4 and 4. These already have preset screws. They're going to go through the braces and align on the other side with a nut. All right, so the way that looks is through there. Getting the nuts on, and then using this chintzy little wrench to tighten it down. Not too bad though. A couple little turns on it and it's tight. It seems to fit pretty nicely into this bracket. Compared to the old wood frame that we were getting rid of, I think this seems to be working out pretty well and looks pretty sturdy. And then you're bringing this in, same on the opposite side, and this is the number 4 lineup. Don't line up perfectly, but they get through. I'm not going to have any issues. In hindsight, maybe I would have brought out my socket set. Would have gone a little bit faster. This isn't too bad. And it looks like there's only a total of about 12 nuts. So as long as they gave me the right amount, there's not a whole lot of assembly. So I finished that project and moved back for my steps. And my handy helper decided steps 3 and 4 were probably enough. Thank you. And now she's trying to eat a nut. Let's go ahead and take that from her. Very helpful puppies. Okay, well, it's a little harder than I thought to reconstruct the instructions. It seems pretty intuitive, so at this point, I'm just going to do the same steps that I did on the other side from that one. Seems pretty simple. 3 and 4. Let's line up 3 and 4. There's my 3, which will line up here. Easy. There's my 4, which will line up here. And if you line up the numbers correctly, then that will also ensure that the brackets for the cross members stay on top, rather than inadvertently putting those brackets on the bottom, which would not help because these brackets, these cross members over here, look as if they're just going to sit down in these brackets right there. We'll push them down in there, and then they will sit on top of that cross member. All right, so from here on out, I think I'm using intuition and maybe going back in the video and reviewing some of the steps if need be. All right, so put together with the side members now. Other side looks identical. It went together just the way the other side did. What's left is the head and foot piece. Now, given what I had to work with, thanks to my trusty steed, German Shepherd, these pieces, I'm just going to align those numbers. There's a 6. There's the 6. That'll be the foot piece. I'm assuming the 5 is on the other end, and that'll be the head piece. And then these small screws are going to go through there into there. And then what's left is the M that goes into the centerpiece. And that piece fits in just like so. Pretty simple. And I think this is where the ratchet tool will come into play with all of these small little screws. Those small little screws start pretty quickly. This little ratchet tool comes into play. That works pretty well. Actually pretty surprised. Well, I thought it did. I'll do that times 4. And then up on the headboard as well. All right, foot and headpiece are in. The last step with screws is to put this centerpiece and attach it to the end piece with these M screws right here. And the cool part is too, they actually give you spare parts. So this part here, we'll line those up and put them into there. Okay, those are in. They have a preset screw nut to go into, so I didn't have to put any nuts on the other side. Same with those guys. And then my second helper came. Should be fun. I have to take a break now to head off and do some pictures. All right, back after my momentary break. I've made it from this side of the instructions that my helper helped me modify now onto the back. So I completed that, which was putting the cross piece into the header and the footer. Like that. And now I am back to just step 8, 9, and 10. So step 8 is simply putting these 10 number Fs, which once again are not labeled on the actual pieces, but obviously these are the cross pieces that go here and hook into these brackets, across into each bracket, and I'll press those in, and then they sit on this center piece, and the center piece has a piece of foam that's stuck onto the centerpiece, which looks like it's hopefully will stay there. All right, so I'll start putting those into place now that I'm on to phase 2. I decided to spice it up a little bit, and this will probably help me be a little bit more creative. And then the last piece, once I get all that done, is what looks like the cover. Really no padding to it, but just will go over the top of the box spring. Okay, I brought the individual slots over and have already placed the first 2. So you can see these are the brackets that they go in. And then once they're in, they look like that. They're just pressed in. So I'm going to align the rest of them and put them in. So the rest of these, pick up, line it up, and press. Very simple. So that's a piece they did not give me an extra of. One of these. The cover is next. Let's see how that goes on. All right, so once it's complete, this mattress is the box spring is very sturdy. I would say it's sturdier than a traditional wood. You can pick it up. It doesn't have any flexion or hardly any. Pushing down on it, there's a lot of strength there. So pretty impressed so far. Next piece is this cover, which basically just looks like a traditional mattress pad. It has these corners have elastic. It looks like it's just going to go down around the corners. That looks pretty easy. certainly lightweight enough to maneuver. Even though it's metal, I would say it's light as your normal box spring. All right. It actually turned out to be a better way to put the cover on. Yeah. Now, the cover seems to fit okay. It's a little deceiving. You wouldn't want to try to put any weight here because it's just this fabric on top of the slat, so you'll step right through there. But put the mattress on there, give it a shot. All right, I'm impressed. Very sturdy. My son will sleep just fine. I think it's gonna work. This is a view from under the bed once the mattress is on there. I would say it looks pretty good. Yeah. These wood slats are not part of this box spring. Those are part of the bed frame. All right, so once again, that was the assembly of the Zinus smart box spring. Easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With the help of my 4-month-old German Shepherd. I'd say all told, maybe this took me an hour. So, not so bad.